CPTM and their Smart Partnership Dialogue in Lesotho, Maseru, November Global 2005, on resourcing for growth through smart partnership towards a smarter globe. Letsema, working together, is the smart partnership way in Lesotho, and you're going to have a feel and insight for what has happened in the mountains.
Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom, the land where the sons and daughters of Morena Mushweshwe can put aside their differences and see each other's inner beauties, where hearts meet and minds overflow with ideas. Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom, the land where smart partnership is as old as society, where people always came together to plow a chief's field so that the orphans and the widows could eat.
Letsema ha motho a le hlalosa ka bokgutshwanyane le bolela le khitlana le mulwana kapa moka, mme letsema ke bophelo ba Basotho ba kgale ba ho etsa dintho mmoho. Hore motho a ye letsemeng o na mengwa, empa le a sa mengwang o na ntse a kena ha o tsena mo huwang teng, mo yena a yang teng, nako eo banna ba nkang dikoto ba ilo pola. Ha o sena mayang le yena o nka ya hae o lo pola, ha emele ho mengwa. Ke yona tsela eo ho sebetswang ka yona. Le basadi ka ho tshwana ba tlileng ho tla olosa, yane ya wang ha o letho o tla le sekotlolo sa hae, le yena o sa ntse a tlo olosa. Ho bo qetelle ho thwe eno sa re ntsunya gage le nna ke a letsemeng. Go ha ntsunya gage le nna ke a letsemeng. Jwale letsema lena e ne le hobane Basotho ba re mosebetsi o tshaba matsoho, ba etse mosebetsi ka pele, ba sa lebella tefo, ba o etsa hore ba o thuse. Ha re qeta ho thusa wena, ho sasa re lo thusa e mong. Se wena o se etsang ya thuswang monga letsema ke hore o behe dijo, ba tle ba tsebe ho sebetsa, hobane tsia e fofa ka mokota, matsoho a lemisetsa metso. E leng hore leano la ho sebetsa ka mmoka ka letsema ka seahlolo se babatsehang e wela hantle hodima mekgwa le meetlo ya Basotho ya ho sebetsa ditaba.
Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom, a place where businesses are partnering in a smart way. The bigger ones putting out their hands for the smaller ones to hold on it and climb. Where smart partnering will allow bigger businesses to carry smaller ones on their shoulders and show them opportunities beyond. Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom, the land that is blessed with young, beautiful African minds, partnering through Club 29 for a better future. Yes, where knowledge will flow like the highest single waterfall in Southern Africa, Malitsuyan Falls. Are you looking for tranquility and natural breezes? Do you want to see the part of nature that has not been tampered with by human hands? Do you want to hear the singing of the birds making harmonious music with the flowing water streams? Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom, the sponge of Southern Africa. Katse Dam is like a sea in the mountain. The highest dam in Africa, the greatest civil engineering works in the African continent. Welcome to the Mountain Kingdom. Ilwani is shaped like the Basotho head, Mokoroto. I think God took a little more time when he made it than he gave it to Basotho as a present. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mountain Kingdom. Let us resource for growth through smart partnership. Siakhlulo se babateha.
The CPTM Smart Partnership Dialogues and initiated and overseen by fellows of CPTM and leaders, which title is bestowed on current and former heads of government and heads of state, or persons of eminence from private sector, parliament or academia, who provide or have provided CPTM leadership on development issues and guidance on its financial sustainability. CPTM fellows actively support and develop further the concept and practice of smart partnership since 1995. They met annually during the Smart Partnership Dialogues in private sessions, in addition to actively moderating and participating in all the activities of the dialogue. In between the annual dialogues, they lead think tanking activities, and they provide sounding boards and advice to national development visions and strategies. During the dialogue in Maseru, the fellows had at least 3 private fellows sessions on issues which concern them as leaders. Those CPTM smart partners who gave outstanding support to the movement and CPTM are bestowed the honorary title of Companions of CPTM in 2005 in Lesotho, with the occasion of the 10th anniversary of the movement. CPTM fellows Tun Dr. Mahathir, former Prime Minister of Malaysia, His Excellency Seketumile Masire, former President of Botswana, His Excellency President Museveni of Uganda, alongside other eminent persons from Commonwealth Secretariat and Global Business. They have all been awarded the CPTM Companion title. During the dialogue in Maseru, the CPTM Fellows Endowment Fund Initiative has assessed its progress, which since its launch in 2002 has received from smart partner governments and companies more than half of its target. The Honorary President Seketumile Masire, with CPTM Chairman Tan Sri Datu Dr. Omar, together with Fellows Emeritus Tun Dr. Mahathir and President Chisano, have encouraged smart partners to support the new round of fundraising. They also thanked all the governments and companies who made generous contributions to the cooperative fund and hoped that fellows will take the opportunity at the Commonwealth Heads of Government in Malta, which took place a week later than the dialogue, to encourage all the Commonwealth governments and their private sector to participate in their Fellows Endowment Fund initiative. The CPTM Southern African International Dialogue in Maseru in November 2005 was an important milestone. At the start, very little focus was needed on explaining the principles and practice of smart partnership and dialogues, with almost the entire time devoted to utilizing and applying them. The dialogue generated infectious enthusiasm and a real determination to seize the opportunity of having access to the experienced smart partners available in the dialogue village and to find workable solutions to problems facing the country, the countries in the region, and the global economy. The dialogue in Maseru became a festival of ideas, a dialogue with a difference. It was overseen by Southern African leaders as part of the Council of Patrons and Advisors of the movement and was hosted by the Honorable Prime Minister of Lesotho, Mosisili, a CPTM Fellow founder, taking over from the host of Langkawi 2004, Honorable Prime Minister Badawi of Malaysia. Preparation of Global 2005 started in May through a national dialogue. Global 2005 in the making involved Southern African Smart Partners Hubs, with Smart Partners Hub in Maseru having the key role jointly with the London CPTM Hub. Smart Partners from Southern Africa and beyond, in their role as a joint executive group, intensively dialogued on the main theme, resourcing for growth, and furthering an integrated approach to development, engaging the Lesotho people, government business entrepreneurs, trade unions, media, and others. The joint executive group shaped a cooperative arrangement between Lesotho and CPTM Smart Partnership Movement, which governed 9 months of working together, Letsema, as a result of which the relationships and trust among those involved were further strengthened and bonded. One of the main symbols of the strength of the Smart Partnership Cooperative Way is building a dialogue village from the ground up. Since 2001 in Uganda, Munyonyo, the Smart Partnership Movement meets in a dialogue village annually. Our village is self-contained, with tents allocated for dialogue, smart partner special issues, markets, art galleries, dining and entertainment, and everything else required by all the participants. It is therefore truly a village. The building of the village sought to engage all the Basotho people who are renowned for working together to achieve a common goal, the Letsema way, which is the Smart Partnership Way. One of the main tasks of the Joint Executive Group with the Joint Dialogue Conveners, JEG and JDC, is to design the main feature of the Smart Partnership Dialogue, which allows special interaction, informal while professional. The Smart Partners traditionally meet in a large marquee in separate round tables. The dialogue is moderated by a leader from the Council of Patrons and Advisors and supported by wisdom from Fellows Emeritus and overseen by the host patron and advisor. The Joint Dialogue Conveners ensure that each round table is facilitated by an experienced smart partner who stimulates dialogue related to the theme and based on interventions and hints and tips for the theme. Following various interventions for about an hour or so for scene setting, the roundtable dialogues are initiated with the participation of leaders who share their experience in an informal and direct manner. For instance, even His Majesty King Letsie III participated actively during the dialogues in the tables. In the last hour of the dialogue activity, smart partners share the outcomes of their roundtable dialogues through a very skillful moderation and, as far as possible, maximum participation. The entire activity is casual, informal, in conduct and in dress. The Maseru dialogue was a dialogue with a difference. A smart partners team called As You Said It picked up the wisdom of the dialogue as it happened to enrich the dialogue content and to enhance the coherence of the emerging smart partnership ideas for networking. And finally, after so many months of preparations, on Wednesday, 9th of November 2005, the gates of the Dialogue Village were opened by the fellows and leaders, heads of government, heads of state, led by the Prime Minister Moses Sidi, through launching the Southern African market. This was followed by the launch of the Southern African Art Gallery, led by Mrs. Mosisidi, co-convener of social issues. All SMART partners arrived in Dialogue Village, participated at these two launch activities. Then, as is a tradition, all SMART partners participate in a reception together again to greet one another and to receive their SMART partners' Maseru pin, which is a symbol of their adherence to the code of SMART partnership ethics and practice. Following the reception, SMART partners were then invited to the main dialogue marquee for the welcoming dinner by the joint dialogue conveners. His Majesty King Letsi III and Her Majesty honored the fellows by presenting them with the Basutu blankets and wall hangings. During the dinner, His Majesty and the host patron Global 2004 have stimulated SMART partners with their vision for the movement. Challenges and opportunities for growth to SMART partnership was the main theme of the first dialogue. It highlighted issues of debt, employees' attitude, tourism, government administration and limits to privatization. It also highlighted the importance of the need for government to listen to and work with all groups of society, including the private sector and other stakeholders. The dialogue also identified 30 opportunities to develop the assets of Lesotho. One of the most stimulating themes for mobilizing resources for growth was a dialogue focusing on dreams and nightmares for the next generation. Dreams including a Lesotho and a Southern Africa free of national or regional debt. A country and a region with employment for young people, with strong communities and civil society. Dreams of work, dreams of an established knowledge center, a national association for deaf people, dreams of a national integrity plan, but nightmares too, about HIV/AIDS, about malaria, about bird flu, and nightmares about cultural and privatization hopes being dashed. Grasping opportunities and netting the catch was the theme of the next dialogue activity. This included feedback from the most innovative activity of the day before, smart partners linking with field work in Lesotho itself. It also shared the experience of partnerships built through CPTM networks in Malawi, Malta, India, in peace parks in Africa, and other hubs in the movement. Country Smart Partners hubs were urged to use the full resources and capability of the CPTM Smart Partnership Experience Network. They were also urged to create integrated cooperative frameworks for smart development through national dialogues. A traditional dialogue activity is a so-called hands-on experience, which focuses on lessons for smart partners from the host country itself. These lessons this year related to democracy in making. Lessons show that development can only happen when you have the critical mass of human resources to achieve it. They also show that dialogue would help achieve the hopes of the Basutus in Vision 2020 by drawing in all the smart partners needed to realize this aim. They show we should be nurturing creators of employment, not seekers for employment. The fight of the people to be free involves sovereignty over their destiny and control of their resources. A number of networking activities with a purpose were initiated in Maseru for the first time in the movement. A dialogue took place in the Southern African market, exploring limitless opportunities for the movement. Smart partnership cooperative networks would assist competitiveness in areas involving trade and investment for areas such as transport, energy, tourism, resource businesses, related activities such as water, aloe vera, mining, blankets, textiles, as well as any spin-offs related to the climate in Lesotho, for instance. This activity was so successful that the working breakfast for the business community followed the next day, where hopes were raised for the enhanced business interaction between smart partners in Malaysia and Southern African counterparts. The vast opportunities for Southern African art and culture provided a theme for another dialogue, this time in the art gallery. Culture and development go side by side, particularly the smart development. The work ethics of whole nations is influenced by culture, so promoting arts and culture in Southern Africa, particularly when they balance tradition with modernity, could promote tourism, trade, contribute to eliminating